Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to be reattempting the art style challenge, and I'm super excited because last time around I don't think I put in as much effort as I could have done, which I really regret because that's one of my most viewed videos. So one of the main reasons I wanted to try doing this again was because I only did 5 art styles last time, and that's really not much at all. And some people, when they do this challenge, they do like 20 art styles, but I was like, no, that's a little bit too overwhelming. I'm not ready to challenge myself to do that much yet. Maybe I will do the 20 art style challenge one day, but right now I was like, I'm gonna ease myself into it. I'll do the 10 art style challenge. And it was super time consuming, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it's just me that has this problem, but I draw really slowly, especially when I'm drawing new things or things that are particularly challenging to me. And as this art style challenge involved a lot of art styles that are very different to my own, I think that's probably what took so long. Because when I put all the footage together, when I put it all into my video editor, I was actually genuinely so surprised at how long all the recordings added up to. Like when I added up all the recordings of this video, it came to 10.5 hours before I sped it up, which is a very long time to be drawing. I was thinking, like, I've spent, over the course of the last 2 days, I've spent 10.5 hours drawing. Like, that is a lot. But anyway, I digress. In this video, I am also drawing the rainbow-haired girl from my Draw This Again series of that girl. She doesn't have a name. It's very confusing, so I just keep referring to her as the rainbow hair girl. And I think the most ironic part about all of this is for a video where I would be drawing the same character over and over, I chose a character I've already drawn like a million times, and I have drawn over and over in Draw This Again videos. But I actually couldn't think of a character I wanted to draw for this. I didn't want to draw one of my OCs again. I mean, I guess the rainbow hair girl is an OC, but yeah, I couldn't work out for the life of me who I wanted to draw. I was like, maybe I should do a celebrity for the art style challenge, or maybe I should draw myself and do like a self-portrait. But in the end I was like, you know what, I want to see the rainbow hair girl in different art styles. Like, I want to see the rainbow hair girl in Adventure Time style and in Gravity Falls style and stuff. So that's what I did today. And the first thing you see me doing is just my style. And when you're comparing this to like the reference images I pulled up of my drawings of the rainbow hair girl, my art style has changed a lot since last year, which is the one on the right in the reference image. My art style has changed a lot since 2017, and this doesn't really technically count as a redraw of the rainbow hair girl because I did her with her hair down today just because I wanted to spice it up, change it up a little bit, see what it would look like if she had her hair down. But I will say, because it is coming up for September, and every September I do redraw the rainbow hair girl, I will probably do like a serious redraw of her. But I'm saying for now, this doesn't count as it, because I did have a little bit of issue with this painting, just with the hands. No surprise there. I mean, it's the same as normal, and I kind of just wanted her leaning on like a rocky kind of wall or something. This is essentially my style. It's forever changing, apparently, because every time I draw something, it's like I have a very inconsistent style, but we're not gonna talk about that. This is my style at the moment, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'm reverting back to bigger eyes, which there is no problem with. You can totally do that if that's what you're going for in your art, and I quite like how it's looking. But yeah, that's how that turned out, and I just really like drawing this rainbow hair girl character. It's just a lot of fun, and I wish I could dye my own hair like that. I think it would look super cool, but unfortunately I have already bleached my hair way too much this year, and if I even attempted this kind of like hair color style, I'm pretty sure my hair would fall out. But anyway, the first style I decided to draw the rainbow hair girl in was an Animal Crossing villager style. And this actually proved to be quite difficult because I'm not really copying the art style, I'm more copying like a 3D model. That's why it was quite tricky, because my reference image wasn't a drawing, it was a 3D model, and it's quite hard to have that translate then into a drawing. And I did find this a little bit challenging, but it was super fun, and I find like the Animal Crossing style so cute. I love the little like orange nose triangle thing. It's really adorable. And looking at this now, I can tell I made the right arm way too long. Like, it's a lot longer than the left arm, well, on our right, and I will probably have to go back in and fix that. But anyway, I was super happy with how this one came out, and I thought it looked super cute. Next up, I thought I would do Disenchantment, because I've been watching Disenchantment a lot lately. I mean, I was kind of putting it off for a while. A lot of my friends have watched it and were like, oh, I wasn't that impressed with it, I didn't really like it at all. And so I didn't really want to watch it because I had such high hopes for it, and I felt like I was going to be disappointed. But honestly, having watched now, I think 4 episodes of it, of the 10 episodes, I actually really like it. I really like the art style of it. Obviously, it's very similar to like The Simpsons and Futurama art style. But I also did find that things like the color palette of it were quite different. I don't know, I feel like it just uses a lot more muted tones. So it was super fun to try and recreate this character in the Disenchantment art style. And I was just using a picture of Bean as a reference point for also the shading and everything. Next up, I did Rick and Morty. This was a bit challenging because, I don't know, I kind of went for a Morty-esque kind of face, but also trying to work out anatomy-wise how that would work. So I kind of just used Summer for reference as well. I don't know, it was a weird mismatch in the end. And the one thing I find hard about the Rick and Morty style is that there is like no line weight, and if I do any line work, which I very rarely do, I like to do line weight. Same thing when it comes to Sailor Moon, really. There's not really too much line weight variation. This was another one I really struggled with, especially because I'm not all too familiar with the Sailor Moon art style. I mean, I've seen it before, but I've never actually properly watched Sailor Moon, which is something I need to get around to watching. But I don't know, I kind of wanted to do something sort of anime, sort of magical girl, and obviously Sailor Moon came to mind. And this was probably one of the most fun ones to do, actually. It was really cool drawing her in this kind of style, and I also wanted to give her the same kind of choker that Sailor Moon has. And yeah, I'm super happy with this one, actually. Although it was hard to do like the shine on the hair. I don't know how they do it like that. Like, it was really difficult for me to try and recreate. Also, any of the shading as well, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just kind of winging it at that point. But yeah, this was definitely a challenging art style to recreate, but one of my favorite ones in terms of how it came out. Next up was Adventure Time, and for this, for my reference, I used one of those like character generators you can do like online, like, you know, those online like flash games where you can design your own character in like Adventure Time style or whatever. I used that as a kind of basis. Obviously I couldn't do like rainbow hair in that or the hairstyle I wanted, but I did that as like a sort of very rough reference point of what I wanted to create, and that ended up being super helpful in the end and helped me sort of envision where I wanted to go with it. Next up, Gravity Falls. This one's probably my favourite in terms of how it came out. I love the Gravity Falls style so much. I love the line weight in it. I just love everything about it. And you guys will probably kill me for this, but I've never actually properly watched Gravity Falls. It's on my list of things to watch, but I can tell I'm probably gonna love it. I mean, I already love the art style of it, but yeah, in terms of the style challenge, this is probably my favorite in terms of outcome. I think she ended up looking super cute, and yeah, I'm really happy with that one. And then it kind of took a downwards turn when we went to Steven Universe, because I was doing so well in terms of Gravity Falls, and then we just went to Steven Universe and it kind of all went a bit downhill. I just could not for the life of me get the Steven Universe style down. I don't know why I found it so difficult. I think it's because the character style I went with in the end was sort of like a mishmash. I can't say mismatch. I don't know why I had so much of an issue saying that word. Mismatch of different characters from the show, if that makes sense. Like, she kind of gives me Amethyst vibes, but also, I don't know, kind of Rose Quartz vibes as well. But also her eyes are sort of like pearls because they are like light coloured. I don't know. And then I was like, you know what, I don't know where to put her gem. I'm just gonna slap it on her forehead and go with that. and I just wasn't very happy with it. Like, my sister kept coming in to check up on all my different drawings and see how they were doing, and she was like, I love all of them except for the Steven Universe one. I was like, dang it, I really wanted it to work, but in the end I made the eyes black like Steven's and put little highlights in, and it kind of saved it a little bit, so I was happy with that. Then we moved on to the Tim Burton art style, and this was so fun for me to draw because it's so different to how I normally draw, and especially after drawing this rainbow hair girl so many times, I wanted to draw her looking creepy because she looks so happy and like bright and colourful, and turning a character like this who is just so like bright and cheery into the opposite of that is just so fun. It was so fun to do that, and I just love the Tim Burton art style. Next up, and probably another one that was surprisingly difficult, was the Disney art style. I never realised how thin the lines are in like Disney films, and it's really hard to nail the perspective and the eye placement and nose placement and mouth placement. I never realised how difficult it would be, which makes me really feel for all like the Disney animators, like the 2D animators who have to draw them out like frame by frame, like, and then you have to continuously get all the different features in the right place. Like, how did they do that? I struggled to do like a freeze frame of it, but yeah, this was super fun to do as well. And she ended up kind of, I was thinking as I was drawing it, she's looking kind of a lot like Ariel. I guess it's the blue eyes, and when I put the red hair in especially, I was like, oh my god, she's definitely giving me Ariel vibes. But yeah, then for shading and lighting, I didn't really know what to do because I didn't really have much of a good idea of how that works from the references that I was using, but I'm super happy with how it came out in the end. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check back for the Draw This Again of the Rainbow Hair Girl, which will be coming sometime this month. And I have other exciting things coming. Probably next Friday I'll have another video up, so check back again for that, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye guys!